Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a review for Ip Man 3. Now this is the third film in the Ip Man series which stars like Donnie Yen as, Yip Man. I think it's Yip Man or Yip Man, because he's like the martial artist who mentored Bruce Lee basically or whatever. So that's one of the things that kind of like drew me to the film in the first place because, whoa, you get to see the guy who actually supposedly like mentored like Bruce Lee. I think actually like trained him, like taught him like the martial arts and stuff like that too as well. So I always thought that was kind of cool. Plus I had seen like the first two Ip Man films too as well. As you can see I have like the DVDs, like here's Ip Man 1. As you can see it has like Donnie Yen on the cover. Then I had Ip Man 2 too as well. Now I didn't get to see those at the theaters, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure that they even played here like in my location, but this third one they did have at the theater, so I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. Like, whoa, they got Ip Man 3 at the theaters here. So I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Because I thought the first two were good too as well, and I like how it has like its own unique style. Because you have like Wong Wong Ping, the one that did like the Drunken Master films, and I think like when he came to America, when he started doing like the American films, he did like the Matrix, like martial arts, like the choreography on the Matrix films. He had did those well, but he's like very well known in Hong Kong for doing those kind of like action films. And I'm a fan of like that genre, because like a lot of like the Jackie Chan's or like Jet Li films he did too as well. Plus like the Donnie Yen too, like films. But yeah, this basically like it's like it takes the place I think after the events of like the second one. And you also get to see like glimpses of like the young Bruce Lee, in the film too. The guy playing like the young Bruce Lee, which is kind of cool too, because I think they actually introduced him, if I remember correctly, on the end of the first one. Like Bruce Lee came up as like a little boy, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever. But yeah, the film is basically about like him dealing with like this new guy that comes around. So basically, like it's about, and it's not really about that. It's about him taking on like this crooked developer played by Mike Tyson. And like a bunch of like gangs of like brutal thugs. But it's not really about that. It's also about like him having like this confrontation with this other guy. I forgot what his name was. But he's like, you could tell like the main co-star of the film besides like Ip Man Donnie Yen. This other guy, he comes on. He has like a very good like fighting style, and everything. Like, plus, it was like another thing in the film that I thought they didn't really touch on enough too. That kind of like threw me off about it. But this guy that shows up, I think he has like a son too as well. They have like the people try to get him like to help take over like this school and stuff like that. It's kind of like complicated. But to me, like what like the bulk of the film was really about, and I thought was kind of sad, was the idea that Donnie Yen's like wife in the film, or his woman, she has like cancer. She develops cancer throughout the film. And to me, that seems like to be really what the movie is kind of about. Like him dealing with the idea that his wife had cancer. Plus, he has to take on like this brutal like gang. Plus like the guy that's running them there by Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson really is not the villain of the film or anything like that. But he's in it. And they do have like a fight in the film, which is kind of interesting too. It wasn't all that, but I thought it was cool. But like the other like fight sequences in the film too as well, like see like Donnie Yen like having like fights and stuff like this with like the gang members or like solo matches with other people and stuff. I thought it was kind of cool and everything. Plus the film was like it was cool and like atmosphere. You know what I'm saying. I like the look of it and the feel of it. I thought this was a good film. But to me, that's what seemed like to be really like the big point of the film was like him dealing with his wife having like this illness, like this sickness, and she's like slowly like dying. So to me, that's what kind of like really interests me a lot about the film. But another thing I was wondering about too, cause I know the other ones were like that too. These are really based on like true life events. So I was like, whoa, did this really like happen? Like some of the fights they had, like so dang, did he really did go through all this. So I thought that was kind of cool. Plus, like the little images of like the young Bruce Lee as well, showing up too in the film. I thought that was kind of cool too as well. But in the end, I thought this was and like I said, the action choreography by Wang Wo Ping, I thought that was like excellent too as well. It wasn't as good as some of his other films because I still kind of prefer like the wuxia type fighting style that he does like in a lot of his films. Not like he did with the Matrix, where they're like running off the walls and flying. I still kind of prefer that style of action, but this is more of like a realistic approach, which they did with like the other two Ip Man films too as well. But I thought it was cool. Like the fight sequences they did have, I thought they were cool and fun. Like Donnie Yen performances, I thought it was like cool. Because he seemed kind of like tortured and like you kind of like worry about him because you know he has to deal with his wife dying and plus all this other stuff going on where he constantly getting in these fights and stuff, you know, to prove who's like the better fighter and everything like that, you know. So I thought that was something interesting too. But in the end, I'll be giving this I think I give Ip Man 3 a B. I think I go with a B plus. Yeah, I think I'm giving Ip Man a 3. Ip Man 3 a B plus. And I also saw this film in Cantonese, so it had like English subtitles at the theater I was at. So you had to actually constantly read like the subtitles to understand what they were saying, you know. But yeah, I thought this was a good film. You know, I'm giving it a B plus, and this is my review for Ip Man 3. All right.